welcome to State of the Nation. I'm your host, Oddwine, and I'm here with Sigismund and AugustusMerovech.
Howdy.
Welcome to the
Good
show,
evening.
guys. We were originally basing this show off of the, Ben Shapiro show, but I guess now we're just doing fucking interviews. What do you guys want to talk about? I know that you guys were in my last group that was actually successful, called
We've been in
Brandenburg.
every group of yours, Oddwine,
Yeah, I know.
Every
Just
single
about.
one
Yeah, I know.
since late 2017.
Yeah. Well,
since late
not even late, like
2012.
early 2017 actually, because you guys were in Austro-Prussia with me.
Yeah, but that wasn't your group.
That's true. That is very true.
I've been following Oddwine since 2012.
If you're counting every group, I don't know if you were in HRI or not.
I was in HRI. I was a general in HRI.
Huh.
But yeah, we've been in a lot of groups together. Needless to say.
I only met you in Austria-Prussia, though.
Yeah, I know. So what do you guys want to talk about? Anything going on in the community?
I'm inactive, so
Yeah, basically same.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
that's
technically Atlantropa. That's on autopilot right now.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have
Yeah.
people running it for me.
Dude, nice. So,
Okay.
yeah. I remember trying to restart Atlantropa with you. But that didn't really work out. There wasn't really any funding behind it.
No, it's because he fucked off to Lewis's group. That's why.
That too. But hey, that's in the past, right? We're moving forward. So, anything going on in you guys' life that you guys want to talk about?
Our lives.
Yeah, like
Is this a Roblox podcast, or is this
Yeah,
like
it
a real
is. It's a
podcast?
Roblox podcast. Like anything you guys want to talk about your fucking careers or some shit?
Oh,
On
yeah.
Roblox? Our Roblox
Yeah.
careers?
Yeah, your Roblox careers.
Roblox careers.
Yeah, your Lego game career.
I mean, it's a Lego game.
Yeah, no shit. So, anything you want to talk about specifically about your Lego career right now?
Well, when I was just a boy, I joined Roblox, and now I'm here.
Yeah, I know that you've been playing this game longer than most people's lives that still play this game.
Yeah, I've been playing this game for 11 years. Send help.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can relate.
Anyhow, I was busy. I'm kind of like mismanaging like 5 different things right now, but I'll try to. Or I can talk now. I can talk. Okay, so you want to know about my Roblox career?
Yeah, your
My
Roblox
career on Roblox.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah. Anything you want to
Oh, yeah.
tell the people?
The people.
Yeah, the like 5 people that are gonna watch this.
All right. Workers of the world, unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains. Actually, don't do that. But
Unions
Hey,
are
Mom.
bad.
excuse me.
I said, "Hey, Mom."
Okay.
All right. Anyway, Roblox career. I joined Roblox in 2008. I was a part of the science fiction community until around 2011. I was a fleet admiral in Starfleet Command until that point. In 2012, I ended up joining the World War II community at the tail end of Ostrat. Although I wasn't active in Ostrat until it became Holy Roman Imperium. In the Holy Roman Imperium, I managed to become the leader of the Imperial Police Force. I was also a Teutonic Knight. Following the downfall of the Holy Roman Imperium, I ended up going to Alamand, and in there I was a colonel and I was also the adjutant to the Africa Front, who the commander was Eric Garskogel, who I think is in the 40K community now. After Alamand, I kind of took a break. I came back in 2016. At the end of 2016, joined Austro-Prussia, ended up becoming the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. And then I was transferred to the party shortly after Austro-Prussia fell. I think I was still the Supreme Commander in a couple groups, though, afterwards. I was transferred to the party, became national leader, and remained a national leader in the party until the downfall of Holy Roman Empire of the German nation in June of 2017, 2 years ago. Following that, I followed the rest of the NSN off the platform as the deputy leader. Ended up coming back at the end of 2017. Originally joined USM 1940s, was a lieutenant, and I was a member of the OSS in General John's little protection squadron thing. I forget exactly what it was called. His bodyguard or whatever. Ended up joining a few different groups like Brandenburg and Leistung.
Aw, hell yeah. Good old Brandenburg.
Yeah, and then I ended up joining the Allies again with Nerfer when the Western Ascendancy was created. And I was a part of the Grand Council in that. I was also the department head of something. I forget the name of it. But it wasn't very long. I didn't stay in TWA very long after that.
Thanks to Vasiliev.
Yeah, Vasiliev got me kicked out. Basically, I went to I went to one of Vasiliev's games, and they were holding a training where apparently a part of the training they had to stand on each other's heads and do some other stupid stuff like that. So I had a couple people with me. I forget exactly who. But we were visiting as representatives from TWA, and I said something along the lines of that their training was stupid, and one of the men goes, "They're disrespecting our way of life," and the person who's holding the training confronted me. He's like, "Stop talking bad about us," and I said no. And then he got all pissy and walked away. And then next thing I know, I had the NKVD watching me from across the map. And then Vasiliev teleported to me and said, "You're no longer welcome here," and banned me. And then I got removed from my position and transferred into the army from the order. And when I got transferred to the army, I got demoted. So I was kind of pissed about that. And then Nerfer never did anything to fix my rank, so I left.
Yeah, because Nerfer thinks that, someone who is a department head in the order should be a lieutenant in the army.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes no damn sense.
Yeah. And at that point, John didn't really like me anymore. John was kind of pissed. But anyway, I ended up joining Anglia for a time. I was president of Anglia.
Yeah, you fucking helped make the map in like a
Yeah, I
day.
basically made the group what it was, essentially.
Yeah,
I'm like,
using
hey,
stolen
here's all.
assets.
They were not stolen. They were
Yeah.
given to me by because I was on TWA's dev team as well, and they kind of like gave me all their assets and stuff because they were making a city. They were making a capital city that was never released. I don't think they even ever got started on it, but
Thanks
I ended up
to
taking a
us.
bunch of assets from it and ended up just putting them in Anglia, and that's how Anglia was built in a day, thanks to me. And then I also became president. During which time you decided to betray me and go to Nerfer. You were like Speaker of the Senate or something stupid, and you betrayed me. How it was a very bad time. And then basically Anglia got rigged for Nerfer, so I kind of like left that, and it died after I left and Nerfer
Yeah,
became
very
president. I'd
soon
like to,
after that, because
yeah,
Nerfer didn't do shit.
yeah. So after that happened, ended up going into uh and starting Atlantropa with a few of people from that I knew from my past, like Francis Kaidoimos or Frederick Volkson, OMG Bomb, some other stuff like that. Some other people all kind of came together. The Volksons, the Whitmans, the remaining Kaidoimos, the backup family, kind of all came together. Those are the ones that I remember, at least for right now, came together. Um, Although it kind of died out because the maps that we had weren't really that good. They were kind of just rushed and never fully completed. Um, there were some other things that happened, and then ended up kind of just on and off the platform since then. Every few months, I would come back, try to restart Atlantropa. Um, and I don't know. Recently, I came on, and I was approached by an individual named Roblox Johnny, who serves as my Lord Commander right now, and he kind of does everything in the group. Uh, I'm basically never on. I've got a lot of other stuff to do, so he kind of runs everything, and he's actually done a decent job of reviving the group. There's at least activity now, like constant activity, not very high numbers of it, but at least it's there. And we've kicked out all of the bots and inactive members, and we've managed to actually start running ads again.
Honestly,
And our
you should probably consider about, trying to do a full restart on that group. Like, actually trying to put some effort into it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Well, I mean, I've had a lot of stuff going on for like the past month with the end of school, final exams for my senior year, and then having to go graduation. Traveled down to Indianapolis for
Well,
that.
you
Had
also
to go
work,
up to
don't you?
Detroit. Yeah, I do. I did. I started a new job. Had to go up to Detroit for some college stuff, which is also something that I'm trying to get worked out. I've also got other stuff upcoming in the next month regarding um, college and graduation stuff, everything like that. So my schedule's pretty busy. But I've kind of finished running the gauntlet here over the past few weeks. So I let Roblox Johnny and a few other people know that I was going to be more active soon.
Well, that's
I've
good.
been yeah, I've been in the middle of making a city map, not really a town group, but yeah, it's not going to be like a town group city, more of like a battle city.
So it's not like Torazon, the one that me and you were
Correct.
working on.
Yeah, Torzant's that idea's been scrapped.
That's a shame, because a lot of the buildings took months to make in that city.
Yeah, they're also like 20,000 parts each.
That's true. In fact, I took the Tough Tower and made it into the Millennia Center for this upcoming group in Alamod. And we reduced the part count from 15,000 to just under 8K and added
Yeah,
on 2 wings to it. So if you did want to do Torazant, you would need to do a lot of remodeling for it.
exactly.
So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, how much? What have you been doing?
Man, ain't even all that much to say. I've just been following you around pretty much. Just being your recruiter and hype guy pretty much
Yeah.
anytime I come online, I pretty much see whatever the hell you're doing.
Well,
And
yeah, we
if I
we
don't like the concept, I make you change it.
or rather, you make me shut down the group.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I guess a little bit of context here if anyone who doesn't know who Ryan is. Ryan is basically my go to second in command. He has been with me since 2012. We've been friends for what, 6 or 7 years? Um, and we ran, I don't even know how many groups together now. Like it has to be like nearly 12 groups, right? Something
probably
like
more than
that.
that.
Probably a lot more than that. Uh, but every single group I've ever ran, he's basically been right there too. Um, but you remember way back in 2012, like town groups like St. Paul, don't you? And
Yeah,
RNOR.
yeah, they were the big shits of Roblox at the time.
Yeah, I think that Alamon has a good chance of being similar to those groups. And personally, I think that the whole Atlantropa group would be a great addition to the town community if you did decide to make a town, group, like a town centric city map, you know? Maybe not like one as big as Torazant with that many parts, but like in the same vein. You know what I mean?
Eh, I'm not really in the mood to do a town group.
Hmm.
I'm much more. I've always been more of a military group guy.
Hmm.
Never really into town groups. I did Bombardos a few times, but those are all kind of. They all went the same way.
Well, the point behind doing a town group is to mostly make money and gain a following. You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
I know.
Yeah. So for like a small group like Atlantropa trying to revive itself, it would be, smart to at least incorporate some of those, aspects into your group if you want it to grow. You know?
I suppose.
Especially if you're low on funds. Plus, it
Yeah.
would give, Alamon a potential rival, or rather an ally, even. Um,
Wait,
uh,
isn't Lewis running that group?
Alamon?
Yeah.
No, Lewis is not in that group. He hates me and Alex.
Oh, your group. Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't he? What happened to the town group he was doing with John? Did that get
John.
scrapped or something?
John, I think, split ways with him. John's doing UNAR, and they were going to do Bombardos. Then they were going to do some order group. Now he's trying to buy Anglia, but I don't think he's gonna get Anglia primarily because I'm already getting Anglia, and I plan on making Anglia
It's not
a
over till
puppet
the
state.
fat lady sings, Oddline.
That's very, very true. And the guy who owns Anglia, Buddy Caesar, loves Lewis. And the only reason
That
why,
guy's a retard. I'll say that right now. He like
well,
stalks me, harassing me. Can I buy Atlantropa? All this other bullshit. He's a.
well, he does that to everyone. That's just how it is.
if
But
Yeah, that's why
very,
everyone hates him.
very recently, I've been talking to him, and he's thinking about giving me Anglia, and what I plan on doing with Anglia is making it a client state to Alamon. I'm going to reopen Valistella and make it into a better version of itself, you know? But
nice,
I'm about to own Anglia and start making Anglia a thing again. And I think that if Atlantropa were to make a town map, we could have a connected sort of community. You know what I mean? Like we could have multiple towns and do similar things to like what St. Paul did and have all the games connected. That way all of the groups involved could make money simultaneously, uh, and grow off of it. Basically, we
Ah,
would be sponsoring each other in our own games. You know what I mean?
sounds interesting.
Well, that's what St. Paul did. They did it with what was that one group? Columbia. And they also did it with RNOR. And that's how they got
Mm.
a lot of members and were able to stay around in the community for about 4 years. Because the Free State of St. Paul didn't shut down until like what, 2014?
And I think even after the Free State of Paul, there was a second client state called the Independent State of St. Paul that lasted for another like 2 years.
Well, no, no. The independent state of St. Paul was the first iteration. The Free State was the
Oh yeah, I have them
secondary
backwards.
version. Yeah, you
My
had it
bad, my bad.
backwards. But like
But
they lasted for a long time, and there was also this
mhm.
one group. I think it's called the Hellenic State or something. I don't remember. Uh,
Yeah, I
but
remember that group.
but it was around for a little while, and it was connected with St. Paul too. So I think that if we were to make client states with very recognizable names and connect those states, connect the maps, it would be basically doing something that's old and has been tested but proven to work as sort of a recruitment practice that doesn't require a lot of ads. You know what I mean? Um, so that's what I'm working on making personally. And I think that Lewis, honestly, if he really wanted to make Bombardos and, get Crusado up and running and make that a thing again, I wouldn't actually mind having him, connected into this sort of chain of town groups. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are y'all's opinion on that?
Well, I mean, I for one have always held the belief that Lewis doesn't know how to run a good town group. I think one of the only people who knew fundamentally well how to run a town group was a man named Siobhan Smith.
Yeah,
Only the real ones know who that is.
yeah, good old Hilton Hotel first player.
Yeah, sorry to dox you, my guy. But no, his second in command Spencer took over development and kind of the whole culture of RNOR, the Royal Nation of Roblox. Yeah, and that's whenever it kind of ruined itself. And I see a lot of Spencer in Lewis. So I don't
Well,
know.
the thing about Lewis is he really I don't know what to make of it. Like,
You want my opinion on Lewis,
sure, go ahead.
just in general?
Oh,
Sure.
here we go.
Honestly, I have nothing against the dude, but he's a paranoid fucktard. Not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I honestly don't really know why he hates me.
Are
He's
we
like,
slandering
he's like,
people here?
oh, oh, I don't hate anyone. If you have a grudge against me, let's talk it out. Let's add me on Discord. Blah blah blah. I add him on Discord. He fucking blocks me immediately. Doesn't say a damn word. I don't know what his problem is with me. Um,
What is his
yeah,
Discord name?
I really don't know what
Well,
his
he
problem is with me.
deactivated the one that I blocked him on. And here's the thing with Lewis. I honestly don't mind him either, but he holds grudges, and when I left Kern Main, I didn't really want to.
Oh yeah, holds grudges. He's been fucking fighting with Nerfer for how long now?
I fucking know, right? But like, I don't want to start any conflicts with him, so I just straight up, blocked him. I didn't want to even hear what he had to say about me leaving Kern Main and stealing his government Discord because I know he was not happy about that. Uh, but basically, when it comes to leading a group, I think that you know there's a lot that can be said about the people that you surround yourself with. Like, good group leaders will not surround themselves with retards. And I think that he surrounds himself with too many bad apples. You know what I mean? Because like he'll make Lavo emperor or Tom emperor, and they don't
He's
know
been
how to
with the
run a fucking
same
group.
people for years, and yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, and so you get like retards like Haas who become like the
Who,
supreme
Rudolph Haas?
commander. Yeah, and they fucking cause the group to die because they don't give a fuck and they think it's a joke, you know? Which, fair point, it is a Lego game, but you know, I just think that it should be taken with a little bit of seriousness, you know? If you want the group to actually succeed, it needs to be taken a little bit seriously. And they just don't do that.
Yeah, but it still is just a Lego game.
That's true. That is very true. And this is a podcast about that Lego game. How does it feel to
And
be on this podcast?
hose mad.
Yes, hose mad, dude. That's a little bit
Last
of
time I was on a
inside joke.
podcast, actually, I think the last 2 times I was on a podcast, Mr. Louis Otto petitioned to get me removed from
Yeah.
said podcast.
Oh
Well,
man.
I run this podcast and I own the Google account that owns the YouTube account. So if Lewis wants me to take down this video, he can kiss my ass because I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
This one's staying up for the end of eternity. He can fight me in court if he wants. Like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He's not going to do anything.
Yeah, I'm honestly, there's no one in the community I really hate. I really don't give a fuck about people anymore. Like, okay. Like Lavo, he's just kind of an edgy potato man. I don't really care about him.
No shit, really?
He like sees me and gave his Sigismund, no no. I can't not in the mood to do Irish accent, but yeah. Um and he gets all flustered. I'm like, oh boy. And then I left. And then he comes. Oh yeah, he came to me in Alantropa. He's like, "Oh, I'll buy your group for 100,000 or something stupid." He's like, "Hey, can we put like an embassy in your place and stuff, and then we could be like allies?" And I'm like, no.
Well, I was in Atlantropa at the time, and I was making fun of him in game.
Yeah, exactly. You made propaganda posters about him.
I know. It was great.
Yeah, and then I don't think anyone under him is really that bad. I don't really mind anyone under him, really. Some of them are actually kind of cool. Like, who is it? I think it's, what's his name, Saber or Salvatore. I don't know his fucking name. I forget. He's kind of cool. Every time he sees me, he says the same damn line.
Hmm.
He says, "Old faces from an old time."
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't really know many of the people that are under Lavo or under Tom or under Lewis. I only know the big wigs, if you
yeah,
will. And the big wigs, in my opinion, suck. There
yeah.
needs to be a change in leadership.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't mind Lavo. He's just kind of edgy. Zophiel, I haven't spoken to him in a while. The last time I spoke to him was PRSR, and he seemed kind of chill. Um, and then Lewis, like I said, I don't know what his deal is with me. I'm fine. I'm fine with him. I don't know why he's not fine with me, but okay. Um, as for the allies, honestly, John's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. I'm not sure about the allegations made about him. I'm not gonna
Well,
comment on those,
I,
but
I'm not sure about the allegations made on a lot of people because at the end of the day, it's just allegations until it can be proven.
Yeah,
yeah.
fuck them kids.
What the fuck?
Oh my god.
I mean, what?
Oh my god.
But yeah, it's definitely something. I don't know. It's innocent till proven guilty,
That's
in
how
my
it is in
opinion.
America, at least.
Yeah. So, but yeah, John's cool. I don't think he has a grudge against me. I think we're on pretty good terms. We fucking meme around a lot, or at least we used to until he joined Lewis. Oh yeah, he fucking when he was in Lewis's groups, I used to go to the place all the time when he was there, and he's just like, "Siggy, you know you can't be here." And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'll just fucking walk around, and he's like, "Don't shoot him." But yeah, John's cool. Nerfer's cool, I guess. He's still kind of, I don't know. He's definitely interesting to talk to. Even though he's not on very much anymore. He has I don't know. He has a fucking huge grudge against John. Like I was in a group call with John, Nerfer, Vasiliev, one of the Models, I think it was Nick Modell, um, Django Fed Alex, a couple other people, and we were all playing. What's it called? So it's the game that Nerfer likes to play a lot. It's Armored Warfare, something weird like that.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Urban Combat, Urban Warfare, something weird like that. Where there's like buildings you can destroy and there's flags you have to capture and there's different like vehicles
Yeah,
you get.
we were playing that with him like what, just a few weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When when he keeps like, "Oh, we need to kill John, blah blah blah." Yeah. He still has a huge grudge against John for whatever reason. That explains a lot. But otherwise he's kind of cool, I guess. He's all right to talk to. I don't mind him. Um as for the rest of the allied community, I don't even know who the fuck does what anymore.
I think they're all pretty much dead. Like the
Yeah,
community is on its
the
last
community
leg.
is dying. Yeah, I know. That's agreed upon by just about everyone.
Big
At least
F's
the
in the
old
I
chat.
guard, that is. Like there's new groups like Sarland and whatever the fuck Turbine's doing that are coming back into the community, but
I've never even heard of any of those groups.
yeah, I know. Not a
They're
lot
not
of
going
the
to get
old
very
guard are
far.
concerned with them. And quite frankly, the way I see it, there's not going to be a lot of people
The
like
old
us.
guard's ranks are thinning out very quickly.
Yeah, I know. People have lives now. But
It's called we don't have time to play fucking Lego games anymore.
I know, right? But
I mean,
my
some people
personal
do,
opinion
but not
is
us.
my personal opinion is that everyone in the community, personally, as like a person, I have no problems with. The only problem I have is how they run their Lego group, and that's pretty much it. Like,
I don't really care how they run their Lego group. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
I guess, but yeah, in my biggest opinion, most people are fine.
Yeah, I
There's
just play
very few
Roblox
bad
to fuck
apples.
around now most of the time. I
That's
tried to
fair enough.
join what's it called, Alpenraum or whatever.
Good
I like
lord.
joined that, and it was kind of autistic. Gave me some cancer. You know, it's pretty nice.
Yeah,
Um, it was okay to be honest. It wasn't that great. I think it's shut down now.
really. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I was told it got shut down for whatever reason. I know their one Discord got taken over by Lewis, their main one, and it got taken over. Well, maybe it was Lavo actually. I keep forgetting that they're two separate entities now. But yeah, I got taken over by I think Lavo or someone, and they deleted it. And yeah, it was interesting. And then I don't know. I wasn't really active in that much. Besides a couple, like the first week I joined, they're
Hmm.
like, "Oh, we'll make you a junior officer in some shitty like thing that's trying to copy Lewis's party system." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
that's
if you
some
say so."
bullshit.
Yeah. And then like all their shit was stolen, and they didn't want to admit it. And I don't know. It was interesting. I don't really have anything against the guy who ran it, but he seemed kind of chill. He said he was an Atlantropa. I don't really remember him, but uh, Yeah, it's definitely interesting, I guess. Apparently there's a bunch of like packs and shit now. Like apparently I'm in some Mediterranean pact, like Alantropa is, never heard of it.
Huh.
Apparently there's some other stuff that I've never heard of that people are in, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know what half the fucking community's doing, and the other half is so irrelevant that who even gives a shit, you know?
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I think that pretty much will do it for the podcast today. Uh, Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you later.